is no longer necessary to go under the knife if you wanted to freshen up your skin. Our nutritionist, Andrea Donsky, wanted to find out what options she had to improve the look of her skin as she ages, so she went on a mission to find natural, non-invasive ways.
As a natural health expert, I do everything I can to stay healthy, but there are some things that I'd like to do a little bit better when it comes to the anti-aging process.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Sean. Today I'm at Thornhill Skin Clinic, and I'm going to find out what I can do to help me with that anti-aging process from the outside in.
The first thing I would suggest is that we have to start looking at your skin. When I look at your skin, I see a little bit of a dullness and dehydration. So a lot of the fine lines are actually attributed to the fact that the skin's not holding moisture. So you're going to feel just like a light exfoliation, almost like a little bit of a massage. Today we're going to start out with just starting to take care of our skin. A combination of a microdermabrasion and a low-grade peel with the purpose of taking off the layers of dead skin that she's built up to help penetrate moisture and to reduce her pore size and tone and texture. We're going to follow that with a laser genesis, which is going to help with collagen remodeling, connective tissue, and strength and stretch in the skin. It's also going to brighten her up, and there's no downtime and no discomfort with it.
Oh, fancy little guys. I still feel like I'm in my 30s, but when I look in the mirror, sometimes I see something that, shows my age. I'm hoping to see a difference in terms of, fine lines here, wrinkles there, a little bit of crepiness there.
Fine lines and the depth around there is actually coming from your deep back compartment, just moderately starting to slide down. It's putting pressure around your mouth, and where we fold consistently, you're starting to get a little bit of a deeper line because the skin, the connective tissue, or collagen and elastin, is starting to break down, so it's just not as forgiving.
So I have no problem with doing anything to my face as long as it fits in with what my beliefs are.
I'm going to recommend a little bit of hyaluronic acid filler. Now, I know that you're really concerned about treating yourself in the most natural possible way. Hyaluronic acid is actually how our body holds its own water. I would follow this treatment by using some PRP. Platelet-rich plasma is one of my absolute favorite aspects of treatment over the last 5 years. It uses your own growth factor in your blood to create a higher grade of collagen remodeling.
So I'd love to be able to, at the end of this, take a selfie and not be hypercritical of myself.
Okay, ready? Okay. Oh wow, holy cow. Look how much younger I look.
Holy cow, that's right. So Andrea joins me now with more options, and we've got a whole team here. We also have Kathy here. I'm going to be holding your hand. And she says she doesn't need me to hold her hand because she's done many, many fillers, but that's what we want to start with. We want to start with talking about natural ways to maybe, non-invasively give yourself a little freshen up. You don't have to go under the knife. You don't necessarily need a freshen up if you don't feel you need one, but if you do, Andrea, you've got a great option.
You do. There's so many good options. Like the fillers, first of all, I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
I didn't really know much about them before I started, but they're hyaluronic acid and our body makes it. So it puts volume back into your face where we end up losing it as we age.
Okay.
So like Sean says, fillers, what they do is they replace what you had, not what you never had. So I have to say I really love
should.
They should just replace what you had. It shouldn't be anything extra or make you look anywhere different than how you looked before.
Good work should look like nothing was done. When people say to you, you look great, did you change your hair?
Yeah.
That's really what you're looking for. If someone says, what did you do? It's kind of
it's a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you show us on Kathy?
I can.
How to do a filler?
So what we're doing today for Kathy is we're actually going to do some skin boosters, which is a type of filler, but it's not used to fill out volume. It's just to get back just the hydration to the skin. One of the biggest problems that we found, especially with Andrea, was dehydration in the skin and those little fine lines that are really, really hard to deal with without using Botox. So skin boosters is an amazing way to deal with that. So with skin boosters, we can see where we have all this little bit of slack in the skin. If I were to use filler into this area, I could, but into this area, it would change the natural groove of her face.
Okay.
So instead, I'm going to use a little bit of skin boosters.
So is it about where you're applying it as much as what you're applying?
Absolutely.
Like both those things are going to make a difference.
There are specific fillers and specific boosters for different areas of the face. So we're
Are you freaking out in the audience? It's just the idea of seeing a needle. But hey, is she allowed to talk, Sean?
She is.
Does it hurt?
Not at all.
It doesn't hurt at all?
No, just a little prick.
Is it because she's used to it, or would it hurt? Like, would it hurt me? Because she says she's gone to you many times, so maybe she's used to it, or it just doesn't hurt.
Well, we're using a cannula instead of a needle. So that way, I know it feels like it's going to hurt her, but it actually goes right under the skin, and it gives me the ability to use one little tiny hole.
Yeah.
I can thread in my little cannula into the little spaces.
Okay.
And I'm dropping 1/100th of a droplet of hyaluronic acid right below the skin where she has lost it. And what this does is it creates almost like a little bit of a scaffolding into this area without creating any change to her face.
Well, I could literally watch this all day, but you have other things we want to consider when it comes to your natural and non-invasive therapy. How often have you gone to get that sort of procedure done?
So we started the procedures in June, and I went every 3 weeks for clinical skin treatments. Like we did microdermabrasion for cell turnover, and then we also did some laser genesis, as you saw in the beginning. And I went for PRP, which is the vampire facial. I did it twice.
How was that?
I loved it. Actually, I really loved it. It's when they take your own blood, because they're using growth factors from our white blood cells and re-injecting it back into our body. So it's the most natural facial you can get.
Wow.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Interesting. So now what do you have here for us?
Okay, so one of the most important things I learned from Sean is that we need to start taking care of our skin in our 20s. Protection, right? So we want to use a good sunscreen, a good moisturizer to hydrate, and we want to start exfoliating.
Yes.
Once we get into our 30s, our body stops to exfoliate on its own. The cell turnover reduces by 30 to 50%. So when I saw Sean initially, she could tell right away I wasn't exfoliating because of how my makeup sat on my eyes. Oh. It literally, when you don't exfoliate, your skin is dull and you don't have hydration, and your makeup gets cakey on your skin. So she taught me to moisturize and to exfoliate, which was really important.
Interesting. Okay.
So one of the ways that we could really use, to exfoliate our skin is using a retinol. And retinol, though, has irritation, it causes redness. So consumers now want a plant-based retinol. Something called bakuchiol is very popular. So Beauty Counter has a line it's called Counter Time. It's an anti-aging line, and they use bakuchiol in all their products.
What is bakuchiol?
It's a natural version of retinol, and the cool thing about it is that it actually has clinical results to help reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and without any of the side effects.
Oh, cool.
So it's a really cool line. So, and I love Beauty Counter too, because they're on a mission to really change legislation around clean beauty.
Okay,
so
very
I love their products. So again, using those proper products.
Yes.
The other thing Sean recommends using are antioxidants on our face daily. There's a whole bunch of new antioxidant oils that are popping up on the market. These are from New Roots Herbal. They're all organic. And what's nice about it, they have different kinds. So they have pomegranate, marula seed, rosehip oil, and skin lovers oil. The skin lovers here, I'm going to have you try some. Take a little bit. It's made up with 6 different oils. So it has a blend of 6 different ones, including goji, rosehip, argan, cranberry, sea buckthorn, and tamanu. So what you do is you literally just put some on your skin, put like 5 to 6 drops. You can either rub it in on its own. You want to put it on your neck, all over your face.
And you're rubbing it like this.
Rubbing it up. Don't forget your neck, because the neck is the first place to show the signs of aging, as is your hands.
We all know that, don't we? Don't forget your neck and your hands. So put the good moisturizer on these parts too.
These parts, exactly. So what's great about antioxidants is that they help to hydrate the skin, and they help to kind of slow those signs of aging, which is really nice.
Well, this is good news for the audience, because they're all going to get a New Roots Herbal Anti-Aging Oil. So
this.
Every day.
Collagen is so important. So when babies are born, they're 90% collagen. That's why their faces are so plump. As we age, here's the good news. As we age, after the age of 21, we lose 1 to 3% of our collagen a year.
Oh, wow.
Once we get into menopause, we lose 30% of our collagen within the first 5 years.
Oh,
30% on top of what we've already lost starting at age 21. So we want to be taking collagen internally. Within us has a line of marine-based collagen. They're sourced from fish scales, wild fish scales. And what's nice about it is it has no taste and no odor. I know that you drink this every morning, like you said, and I just put it in my tea. You put it in your coffee.
I put it in my coffee. So I do like a little bulletproof. I put some MCT oil, blend it up. It's a nice foamy treat.
Yeah, and it's so good for us because it helps to build collagen in our body.
Good stuff.
Okay, the other thing that I take internally as well is bamboo silica. So silica is a mineral. It's known as the beauty mineral. So it's great for our skin, our hair, our teeth, and our nails. The key with silica, though, is you want to use one that's sourced from bamboo. So this is Anorex bamboo silica. The reason why is because bamboo has 10 times the amount of silicon as other sources of silica extracts. So this is the kind you want to use, which is a bamboo silica.
Nice. Okay, so bamboo silica.
Bamboo silica.
Nice and sustainable too, I imagine.
Exactly.
People love bamboo,
well,
right?
exactly, and then it also doesn't use any fertilizers or pesticides to grow bamboo, which is why I love that. Okay, so these are at-home things that we can do. So this is the Silken Tighten. It's the tightening and lifting device. So what's cool about it?
Tighten and lift.
Tighten and lift. So it uses something called CER technology, as well as 3 different types of energy sources. So exactly what you're doing. So what it's going to do is going to lift, and it's going to basically help with the collagen, make collagen in our body, as well as elastin.
Okay.
So you do it twice a week for the first 10 weeks, and you just do about 15 minutes per area.
Yeah.
You use a cooling gel, and then you'll see that it'll start to improve over time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you kind of just pat it on like that.
Pat it on, okay. Good to know. So that's really helpful, and I'm assuming it doesn't hurt. Can you tell what my main concern is?
You know, it does get hot. So that's why
it gets a little hot.
It does, and that's why you want to use a cooling gel, which is a great question. So and you don't want to stay on the area too long. You really want to move it a bit, but stay in a particular region.
Okay, all right. And then finally, we've seen these before. Tell us what these do.
So these are the Happy Face Rollers. What's so cool about this here, I'm going to give you this to try as well. What's great about this is that it's been used as a beauty tool for centuries.
Yeah.
And it's actually, its principles are founded in traditional Chinese medicine.
Okay.
So this helps lymphatic drainage.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you use it around your eyes for puffiness, you get the circulation going, and it brings oxygenated blood to the skin, so it gives you that beautiful glow.
Right.
Now, Happy has a line of high-quality face rollers, and it comes in different stones.
They're beautiful.
So you can pick the stone according to whatever resonates with you best.
Well, what's lovely is that everyone in our audience is going to get... Doing this great procedure on Kathy as we go to break because she's looking pretty good.